Plants vs Zombies Fusion is a mod for PvZ 1 that lets you slap two plants together, creating whatever that thing is, which coincidentally happened to release sometime after my PvZ knockoff video on P-Shooter, giving us fan favorites such as the King of Snow and I don't like you. But after seeing the success of this game online and catching a glimpse of the gameplay, yeah, we're making a video on this. Funnily enough, it appears that PopCap maybe took note of the whole plant-cest bonanza, with Plants vs Zombies 3 trying their luck with fusing too. Get well soon. But all of that leads us here with PvZ Fusion. And just talking about this game makes me want to blow my fuse. Loading into the game, oh, what the? Fusion Showcase? TD mode? Odyssey? Where is Super Mario? There is way too much happening on my screen right now. I need some help. Well, that's just not nice, is it? We're gonna choose to ignore all of this, including whatever the hell abyss means, and start the adventure. One zombie. Okay, I know it's the first level, but I don't suck that bad. And what's up with P-Shooter and Sunflower already being unlocked? Could Dave just not be asked to reteach the player today? Right, these two traps are imported. Now take them and piss off. But once collecting these two, it appears we're either trapped in the Matrix or Sunflower has learned Shadow Clone Jitsu. But setting off with Peach and Flower, we get interrupted by words. I'ma just pretend that this is Dave talking to us from the sky, because he asked me to put him out of his misery. There are many interesting new plants and new ways to play here. Is that so? Because these two knobs seem pretty familiar to me. Please plant a sunflower first. What now, Dave? What you gonna do about it? Nothing, apparently. Sunflowers are very important sun producers. Now try planting a pea-shooter on top of the sunflower. What a cool hat you have, Sunflower. What the? Dave, do you mind not throwing your seed packets at me? I'm trying to bounce P-Shooter on Sunflower right now. Whoa. Why does he look like Flappy Bird? So if you haven't figured it out already, this is essentially what makes PvZ FUSIO stand out from the regular game, with plants coming together to combine their abilities so you can pee whilst sunbathing. Very good. Now try to fuse a Gatling pea. I'm sorry, a Gatling pea? As in the machine gun guy with an army helmet. You want me to make that thing on level 1? Unless this zombie has been hitting the gym recently. This is insanely over the top for... Why is Split Pea here? Good job. Grow more plants to resist the invasion of zombies. What? All... one of them. Right, here he comes then. Oh, I'm so scared. Please don't eat my knees. And he's dead. Hooray! Come on, Dora, you know the words. We did it! It appears that someone else has learned Shadow Clone Jitsu. Well, I might as well play with more fusions. What even is the point of Split Pea anyway? It's not like his backside can make peas turn around to shoot the zombies. Hold on. What type of bouncy ass? I refuse to believe that these peas are just bouncing back off Dave's window. But after mowing down the zombie horde, we made it to the final wave. In case you forgot, we're on level 1. You found a new plant for your Zen garden. What? In him? So after finishing off this brown coat with sun bombs, we unlocked... Oh. I won. But why are you giving me a trophy already? All I've done is make Flappy Bird and Tumor Shooter over there. We went on to level 2, revealing Browncoat's big brother, and... Why are you here? Last time I checked, I was given a shiny trophy and not a pair of rashy balls. And it appears that after playing PvZ 2 with only Garden Warfare plants for so long that I immediately forgot what game I was playing and just placed my plants down normally. All until I snapped out of it and threw Cherry Bomb onto P-Shooter. Oh. We made the Cherry Shooter, which shoots, take a guess, oranges. And after fusing a couple more P-Shooters with him, we've now created this abomination. You look like Shrek's scalp. We flew through the rest of this level, making Gatling Cherry Pepsi Max, and we received another trophy. How many times do you want me to beat the game, Dave? And why the hell is Nut here? Do they just swap out my trophies with new plants when I'm not looking? Regardless, Dave tells us that when walnuts are fused, their toughness is restored. Cool fact, Dave. Didn't ask, though. And whilst I was aimlessly placing my P-Shooters, the next horde came crawling in and... Oh no, that Coda is getting too close. Wait, P-Shooter's not gonna make it. Quick, Walnut, defend P-Shooter! What? The shit is that thing? Not only did I misclick planting walnuts, but I've also got a made Peanut who just pisses almonds on the floor. Oh, real intimidating, Peanut. You might accidentally kill one if you're lucky through allergies. And as I slowly built up my defense, I wanted to see how overpowered I could make one singular lane. So as I went to merge Walnut with himself to obviously create Toolnut, I plonked him onto his brother and... Right. Yeah, bye then, Walnut. See you later. Can someone explain how Peach plus Peach equals Repeach, Flower plus Flower equals Flower Power, and Walnut plus Walnut equals It's time to go home? Congratulations on unlocking the gloves. This is a very important item. You can use the gloves to move plants somewhere else. Is that so? Go along, Walnuts.
Home run.
Try moving the twin sunflower behind Cherry Nut. What are you doing there in the first place? And why do you sound like a condom flavor? You've learned how to use the gloves. That's great, Dave. If you could just direct me to the nearest trash can so I can use my gloves to throw away this tomato. I'm not sure how I feel about this move the plants to wherever you want type vibe, considering I can instantly stop this javelin zombie from sprinting with Cherry Face, and then just move him back again to stop him from walking. Oh, what's this? Another javelin man? One sec, Mr. Javelin. Just gonna pop downstairs and lol. Sorry, here's your nut back, Mr. Javelin. Enjoy your meal. To me, this system feels a little too broken, which is saying a lot considering I can make Gatling peas within literal seconds. But I suppose this feature can still be useful for waves which look like this. Sunnut, what are you doing, buddy? You need to be powered up. Fusing you with Walnut. This fusion is only available in Odyssey mode. Sorry, are you telling me that I can't make a fusion in PvZ Fusion because of Mr. Super Mario Odyssey? What is the point of experimenting and figuring out cool new plant combos if you're just gonna lock them behind a whole different mode? And it doesn't help that these levels are so damn long to beat. I can't even occupy myself by making new fusions because, you aren't ready to use NAPALM-SHROOM. And if it wasn't bad enough, not only can I not fuse plants to pass the time, but even collecting sun has been taken away from me. All of the sun produced from your flowers is auto-deposited in your bank account. And whilst that can be useful for the players who can't be asked to click on their screen to do anything, for me who has to play through these stretched out waves just to plant the same thing over and over again makes me feel like I'm just watching someone else's Let's Play.
Pea shooter. Plant pea shooter.
Not even in the settings can I turn on manual sun collection. I am being forced to watch my older brother play the game whilst I got given the unplugged controller. But all of this rambling has seemingly made the zombies mad because they've now got ahead and fused with Pea Shooter. And with Potato Mine being unlocked, I went ahead and made the whole Spud family. He's seen some things. So getting through day 5 with potatoes and peas, we were rewarded with Chomper. And if I know anything from PvZ 2, Pea Shooter plus Chomper gives us Snap Pea. That's just a curb stomped Chomper. But don't worry, it looks like we can combine curb stomper with walnut to make... Awesome. You know, this whole go play Super Mario Odyssey business is ticking me off. I never had to deal with this issue in Pea Shooter. You want a buff Pikachu? Here's a buff Pikachu. You want a lightning windmill with spikes? Have your lightning windmill. And even with being able to fuse these guys, they barely even let me defeat the zombies. Whilst PvZ Fusion just gives you every overpowered plant under the sun. And if that somehow is too much for you, then don't worry, because we luckily have access to slow mode. Now this is balance. I'm really on the edge of my step ladder. The plant gift box can produce all basic plants. Try putting the plant gift box on this repeater. All right, I'll play your game, Dave. Oh, okay. I mean, if I'm not allowed to manually make certain fusions, then at least I can use the gift box to get a chance at... This fusion is only... What fusion? I am using the gift box to make a random fusion, and you're still not gonna let me do it because of this Italian twat? What is the point of this? Not only am I blindly gambling at a chance of a good plant, but sometimes they just choose to not give me the fusion anyway. And in the midst of not being able to do the thing the game was named after, remember when I said this game was relatively easy because spamming the same zombie over and over isn't really a challenge for Cherry Bomb Gatling P? Well, not to worry, because this newspaper zombie is here to turn the tide. Let's blow everything up. Yay. Quick, Sunflower, I need your help. Give me your strongest fusion. Have you ever thought about putting zombie equipment on plants? No. Why would I think that? Click on the iron bucket and place it on Pea Shooter. It's an iron plant. Great, man. I guess I'll get to fusing. Let's make Iron Shooter into Iron Repeater. And that is not a thing. Okay. Well, nothing left to do now than sit and wait for the whole zombie family tree to show up. Don't give me that look, Squash Nut. I didn't give you life. Tall nuts can be planted on top of existing walnuts. So, the exact same thing as PvZ1. Editing Brando here. I don't know why I said this. Tall nut is just a regular-ass plant. I don't know how I got that wrong. Why can't you just fuse tall nuts? That's like the whole point of this game. I am losing my mind. So with the use of Fireboy and Water Girl, we were able to defend our plant-cest family. Ooh. It is now the time of the night. Nighttime. It's nighttime now. And it looks like Puffshroom has tagged along for the night, as well as his friend, Angry Flower. And after clicking on Sunflower twice, it turns out we aren't in the Matrix. I just have 2 seed packets of every single plant. Except Angry Flower, for some reason. He might have murdered his brother. But with having 2 of every plant, it allows me to plant down the gang twice as fast, but at the cost of their sibling needing double the sun to be planted. What makes you so special? But with this newfound knowledge, I began to plant down Sunflower and Puffshroom, which is when I noticed that Puffshroom can actually share a tile with 2 of its family members, which I have to admit is a pretty cool idea. Similar to how the bowling bulbs work back in PvZ2, without the whole rolling away forever thing. And in usual PvZ Fusion fashion, I began to combine random things together in hopes of finding the ultimate plant zombie versus the zombie. So dragging Mr. Present over to the Puff family, we created melon babies! Oh my Dave, you guys are so cute. I could just eat you up and make a watermelon pizza. Look at you with your red triangles. I want my whole lawn filled with these dudes. Forget the video. I just want melon everywhere. I beat PvZ Fusion with only melon. Melon. I wonder what else I can make. Maybe baby corns or baby chompers or this grown-ass scaredy shroom. Excuse me, knobhead. You can't just barge in front of the Puffshroom family to get my attention. This dude really just sat on Mum-Shroom, which scared off the rest of the family. What is the point of that transformation anyway? It's hardly an upgrade to go from cheerful family to grieving orphans and the BFP. Big fearful pussy. But it turns out my wish came true as Mr. Giftbox fused these Puffshrooms into corn puffs, which are a lot cheaper than the ones in store.
Juvie, made with real bees.
And I'm not sure when Colonel Corn had this ability, but hitting a zombie in small form has a chance to level the playing field by also shrinking Conehead. The Melon family can't seem to do that though. You know, red triangles and all that. But we might as well complete the miniature flinging family with Cabbage Shroom. They just fling, I don't know. And with my Puff army complete, I literally forgot about Angry Flower. Right, go on then. What can you do? Nothing. Okay, maybe you just need to be thrown into the action. Nope. Okay, you just suck. But that doesn't matter because we were awarded our trophy and made our way into night 2. How's it going, Fume Shroom? Long time no fume. Now let's see what you can fuse into. Ooh, the Puff family seem to want to fuse with you, big guy. Here we go. Right, so you've actually just flattened them, you fat ass. All right, let's try that again.
Ima Sogu Henshin. Fume Shroom!
Oh yeah, I forgot you just don't let me fuse sometimes. That's fun. We moved on, unlocking Hypno Shroom and fading Gravebuster. Is he dead or something? Why is his seed packet black and white? And in an attempt to make Granddad over here fight for us, I fused Hypno Shroom with Puffshroom so they can sit there protected by Walnut. Why did you stop shooting? We moved Happy Face out of the way, and now Granddad has turned small. Why did you shrink too? What's the point of him being on my team if he can't even fight back against the zombies? What's he supposed to do down there? Bite off their knees? And with everything happening so far in the nighttime, where the hell is Sunshroom? Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense, to be honest. In the next night, we kind of just did the same thing, other than making the Great Wall of Ice. And speaking of time skips, a few people mentioned that when playing this game, that you can just speed up the game if it feels too slow. Duh, Brando. Just fast forward the whole game to make it more interesting. I am such a silly face. Let's just crank that up to get past the boring parts of the game, which is my fault because you're just supposed to fast forward those parts. Level design, never heard of him, mate. And here we go. All-Star started sprinting towards Fire Nut, but in that moment I gambled a fusion to create the
Frozen Hernandos.
which led to the next wave storming in, causing me to use the gift box again, making
The Frozen Hernandos.
But thankfully, we blocked the Javelin Zombie with my block of ice, which is when I remembered I brought Chomper along, so fusing him with the present box, we created Chomp Nut, which ate the Javelin. And to slow down the top lane of zombies, I upgraded Walnut and instantly fused him into Fire Nut, clearing out that lane but that didn't stop this all-star to overtake them in lane 2, so using Sunbomb, we cleared him out in an attempt to make a new fusion. Chomp and I received a present, but oh no, you can't do that because I am a good gamer and you were wrong. Hey, here's a present for yourself. It looks like give something to But Brando, if you increase the difficulty to are you sure, whilst increasing the game speed, and you unlock the mega fat cherry chomper, whilst doing a spin and praying to Crazy Dave, the game is so much more fun. But in unlocking Scaredy Shroom, we finally had a plant with a good amount of range to deal some damage. And with Mr. Football himself approaching, we scrambled up Scaredy Shroom to create... What even is that? Flying turtle head ass. Okay, look, Football Face is getting way too close. Let's just try that again, Scaredy Shroom. I need your strongest fusion. As much as I bully Scaredy Shroom in this game, the Scaredy Doom plan is actually pretty strong with its rapid-firing fume piece. And with the help from our Gatling Shrooms, we were able to take down this mess of a wave. No thanks to you though, Torchwood. You're not even doing anything. Night 6 is more of the same, apart from my collection of Hypno Fumes, as well as... Cabbage Boy. And after messing around with the gift box more, I actually managed to create a plant pot somehow, which was then occupied by this bent tree, who can also transform into the Grinch. What are you doing here, Mr. Jackson, sir? I must say, your moon stand is very impressive. You can make a Soot Shroom by fusing a Fume Shroom and Doom Shroom. To make Soot Shroom attack, you need to click it manually. First off, where the hell have you been, Dave? Secondly, why do I have to click on it to shoot? Does he need my encouragement or something? Come on then, Soot Shroom, give it your best shot. Okay, I didn't think you was gonna be that good. I wonder what happens if I make a whole row of these guys and... Yeah, that's fair. Hooray! Whoa, what the American football is that thing? Football helmets can be placed on tool nuts. What gave it away, Dave? And by the way, what the hell is this negative present? Oh, question mark block from Mario Zombie. My favorite. I mean, that's not so bad, I suppose. I mean, it's giving me free suns, so I'm not mad about it. Go on, send another question mark, Bombi. I ain't afraid. My P-shrooms are gonna make you regret... What? Can someone call Kratos for me? Because I think his demon reindeer is loose. What the shit is that thing? Doomshroom, get rid of his ass. Oh, you are kidding me. Right, sure game. Lawnmower used for trimming grass? Not a chance. Explosive mushroom that leaves craters the size of planets? Oh, just a lovely walk in the park for me. Moving past that abomination, we followed Dave's instructions of creating tool nuts, football, tool ball, foot nut. Oh, never mind. And we actually managed to receive Cactus from the gift box, in which, fusing him with a random plant, we get a fancy coffee table. Gloom Shrooms can be only planted on top of existing Fume Shrooms. Well, at least this time it makes sense, since Gloom Shroom was actually an upgrade in PvZ 1, unlike the long... pasty. And whilst I was upgrading my Fume Shrooms, I accidentally placed a present onto Gloom Shroom, creating Fire Gloom. And this design is actually pretty sick. However, Ice Gloom just looks like he's in pain. And as I placed more Gloomers down, it seemed like I was competing in a shit match of Connect 4. But that didn't matter, as the final wave arrived, feeling the wrath of my fire and ice powers. No one thought to invite the other two elements? Or are these two just the coolest ones? So down went the last zombie, sending us straight to the murky swamp of evil. Doom. With Lilypad now on the team, it's time to cannonball into the shady river and get to fusing. So, as I placed my flowers down, I went to go place one on top of Lilypad and... oh dear. I think Sunflower has had an accident. Don't worry, I'm only joking. I think. This right here is Sunpad. Lily Sunpad. Washable puppy training pad, which seemingly has no ability at this moment. Moving on, the rubber ducky bombies began making their way upstream, so to slow them down, we placed Walnut on Lilypad. Okay, can you guys stop changing Lilypad for 5 seconds? Not because I don't think he should exist, but after naming the yellow circle, I don't want to call you the Nutpad. And as I continue to build up my pea-shooter army, I caught a glimpse of Angry Flower stalking me, all because I didn't want to choose him in my loadout. Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Angry Flower? I can't believe I caught you. Seed food. Are you trying to bribe me, Flower? Not accepting their apology, I randomly threw the fertilizer on Lilypad, which... Cattail. You know what? I'm not even going to question it. So as the final wave rolled in, I gave Lilypad a present to fuse with, and they said no. Man, I should throw your ass. In day 2, we were given our good friend Squash, which will come in handy as Football Man is here. What made you decide to show up in the middle of nowhere in the forest? How did you even get here? And it doesn't help that Doomshroom costs 200 sun and I'm only allowed one of him? What happened to 2 seed packets, Dave? You can't just take that away from me because you feel like it, you cheating knob. And why the hell does Puffshroom cost 75 sun and his clone costs 150? 150 sun for this! Mr. Dave, sir. Are you high? He might have actually eaten all of these shrooms himself to come up with this price tag. I'm starting my own boycott.
Bring back free shrooms! Bring back free...
With Mr. All-Star on his way to tackle Peach, I deployed Squash and powered him up to destroy... What the hell happened to you? I'm looking at Squashception right now. Which one of you squashed my Squash? Oh, what the... Squash, this is pathetic, mate. Your bouncing babies aren't doing anything to him. You're really gonna force me to use Squash the sequel to finish him off. All right, Squash. Is there anything remotely interesting that you can transform into? Great. Ice Bird. From the Angry Birds. Hello, 3-Peter. I can't believe you was rejected as a pea-shooter fusion, man. This dude was the OG pea-shooter fusion. He done got 3 whole-ass pea heads. So bringing him into the level, it took me a while to actually plant his expensive ass, which led to this conehead somehow making it halfway down my lawn already. So powering up 3-Peter, I don't know why I bother anymore. Anything else you want to turn into then? Maybe a 3-headed gravebuster, huh? The big-ass dragon from Cuphead, why not at this point? Right. Yeah, medium rare 3-Peter. Perfectly cooked, chef. You don't even shoot cooked peas. I've literally just fused a rescued burn victim. I continued to fuse random plants together, and as the final horde approached, I gave 3-Peter one last go to redeem himself, creating the Leaning Tower of Bullshit. I don't even want to talk to you guys. You look like a pile of backpacks. We collected our trophy and swiftly moved on to... Why is Snorkelface driving a submarine? And why is he driving in the floor? But despite what's to come, it turns out you can actually fuse plants with Cattail. Only 2, though. You know, the fire and ice gang are back. So as the dolphin machine came cruising in, my Walnut did literally nothing to stop him, followed by Tanglekelp pulling him under, and Squash randomly drowning himself. And I suppose to slow down the scuba subs, we should try making a Tanglekelp fusion to... Does every plant in this game have a flattening fetish? Why have you been sat on 2? Mate, this day cannot get any worse. Where the shit are you going? Yeah, it looks like we found our squashing culprit, you bowling ball having ass. As I mentioned earlier, these lily pads seem to mimic specific plants placed onto them, which causes them to fuse the targeted plant into a random evolution, just like Mr. Roly-Poly over here, as well as my sunflowers here instantly transforming into twin sunflowers, which is a pretty unique idea. Although this didn't seem to matter, as my army of fire and ice tails were able to kill every zombie that showed up. So as the level came to a close, King Squash and his 6 cat girls reigned over the horde, in which unlocking the of hotness. Which is pretty ironic considering the number of fusions we've accidentally made using the jalapeno thanks to the gift box. But we went on making this hugging tangle face. You're not even hurting him. As well as these 3 nuts from before, which seemingly just do the same thing as Peanut, but from 3 stories up. However, Icetail seemingly took care of every zombie once again, making this level a breeze.
An icy breeze.
Legend has it that some zombies are more vulnerable to damage when they look red. Try fusing a Scorchweed to inflict the inflamed debuff. Is that so, Dave? Legend, Mr. Legend Dave. Legend has it. Who the shit is Legend? And what's he on about? Inflict the inflamed buff. Does my ass look like Harry Potter to you? I didn't really know what to do with Dave's advice, so I kind of just randomly fused Spikeweed with everything, which made the most horrific looking family tree in this whole game. And with my flame shrooms taking up the 5th column, these screen door zombies didn't stand a chance, which was when they all randomly blew up for some reason. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just don't know what happened. But with the final wave beginning to roll it, why is everything exploding? What the hell? Am I doing some secret up, down, left, right Easter glitch? All the zombies just gave up. And to add fuel to the fire, we were given Torchwood, allowing us to finally power up our peas. And also these Trident guys are here. Yeah, I think you missed your stop, pal. Atlantis was 3 blocks ago. So with 3-Peter, we mixed and matched our Torchwoods to find the best pea for the job. And according to my calculations, Blackwood shoots cosmic peas, Bluewood shoots ice peas, Redwood shoots fire peas, and this is Squash. Say hello, Squash. And at this point in the level, I couldn't help but sit back and just watch every zombie get obliterated by my army of fused weapons of mass destruction. Do you remember when the concept of this game was to stop this guy from walking to my door, and it was kind of scary because of how immersing this concept is for a tower defense game? I feel nothing now. Genuinely, what is so important for these zombies to send red Chinese bobsled man to break into my house? If I'm not the last dude on the planet, then Zombot should really reconsider his ops, because surely there must be somebody else out there they can eat instead. Maybe next time though, Bombzos. Spike rock! Look guys, fire and ice rock. Yay, yay, yay! This is so unique. Can anything in this game actually interest me other than...
Ooh, new pant for me to fuse. Ooh, fire rock. Caveman like fire rock. Rock and fire. Rock and...
Hold on, is this a conveyor level? Oh my goodness! Actual level design in PvZ fermentability? Where are all the other levels with unique objectives? We are 27 levels into this game, and all of a sudden now, Dave wants to go into his hiding bush and throw shit onto the conveyor belt. And whilst this level wasn't overly difficult, I did enjoy being given a different way to play, rather than just P-face plus furnace equals peen. So as my mutated spruce wood set my peas ablaze, it concluded our time here in the murky forest of doom. Oh, I wonder what awaits us next. Maybe the ancient land of suburbia, or even, dare I say, Walmart? Evil Doom Forest, but nighttime. Yay, I love Evil Forest! But at least now our coffee bean tax has been taken off our shrooms, including our newest member, Sea Shroom, who is apparently a basic plant? Well, who the hell is unique then? A four-leaf blover.
This must be the luckiest day of my life.
Sunset shroom when fully grown? I don't care, Dave. I've got a four-leaf clover. But whilst we save up for it, I made good work of our freebies. Purple and green. Which is when I noticed that these guys can actually be combined together. Why did they grow handlebars? Interestingly enough, these biker shrooms seem to duplicate themselves, which even gave me bonus shrooms, leading to the entire river being clogged with green floppers. But now I can finally plant down my unique four-leaf blover to clear away the fog for good. Well, I can see why you was all alone now.
You feel like you might get lucky with the gift box.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realize we were role-playing now. And who do you think you are, Dave? Mr. Giftbox has punished me over and over again, but all of a sudden you think now the next one is gonna be it. Yeah, sure thing, Dave. 99% of planters give up before Big Bertha. Sorry, I'm not sure we've met before, but I don't think you're supposed to be here. I mean, what do I even say at this point, man? I literally unboxed Team of the Year Captain P. America. Even my sea shrooms are lining up for an autograph. Can you stop mogging the rest of my plants? To no one's surprise, we beat the first night, thanks to Luxmax Shooter. But who cares about him because we were given Planturn? And to be honest, I'm pretty excited to see what this guy can turn into. Gone are the days of people putting Planturn in F tier in their plant tier lists. I'm looking at you, Birdie, and Viddy, and... Planturn didn't even make the list, Mr. Shy D. Simply too different. Oh, I'll show you simply too different, Mr. Dry Pie. Show him what you're made of, Planturn. It looks like you're made of dairy milk caramel. Get your chocolate ass! I continue to experiment with my lucky charm throughout the night, creating that angry hat from Harry Potter who shoots saw blades at the zombies.
Oh, and how can we forget Melon Cannon, which can... What a well-deserved trophy.
I'll go put it with the other ones I've worked really hard for. We moved on to the next night where... How you doing, my spiky pal? It's a good thing you showed up too, because Balloon Boy is here. And now you are a drone. Amazing! Look, I know it's funny, Dave, to turn my plants into lobotomized piles of compost, but seriously, I want to know what Cactus can turn into.
From the producers of Planty Crush and Cactus City, the drone.
Eventually, we did create some cool cactus fusions like Lamptus and Magtus and... Blacktus. Calm down, Blacktus! But with the level nearing its end, the Cactus City Avengers held their heads high and were forever commemorated for their sacrifice on Adventure Mode Classic Level 30. The Mallet can send a group of zombies towards their doom. Sorry, the what? Is that the Whack-A-Zombie Hammer? Guys, come on, man. Like, how can you defend this? Hate me all you want, but what purpose does this hammer serve, guys? Like, you cannot get mad at me for this one. Oh, looks like Planturn's not gonna make it. Hammer time! Gosh, that was a close one, guys. Let's just place Mr. Lucky Plant down to make sure I get ultra rare deluxe Homer Simpson who shoots donuts at the zombies. And I win! But Brando... This is on merciless mode, by the way. Oh, mercy! Have mercy on me! Please don't eat my cabeza, BFB from Bloons Tower Defense. Okay. Oh, look who it is. Senor Star. You know, I was just catching up with your brother. Despite my complaints, Starfruit is a pretty strong plant on its own. And obviously we can't make our Starfruit go Super Saiyan because this fusion has not been unlocked yet. Guys, it's simply too powerful for us to use because that would be broken. You can do it too! Okay, so far, Starfruit is able to fuse into Goku and the devil himself. Yeah, anybody else, Starfruit? Sure you don't want to turn into the sun next? What are you scared about? There's no one even... Move over, scaredy son. We have a new winner for the worst plant in this entire game. Congratulations, Duck from Chicken Little. Someone that did stand out, though, was Starfruit fused with Blover. Starver.
My name is Starver, and I'm so hungry.
What? Starver is able to store every Starfruit shot that goes unused to coordinate attacks against any zombie that gets close, which is a really unique way to have Blover as a functional plant pick, rather than just calling them up when the fog appears. And don't you worry, Starver, I've actually found something for you to eat. Stop getting closer to me. Pumpkin! Which I suppose is an important plant to try and deter Jack-in-the-Box zombies from getting over here and unboxing their Jack. But to be honest, Starfruit is just so strong that I don't even have to worry about using
one of these. The jack-o'-lantern.
Crazy hamburger! I have no idea what this thing is going to do to my plants. So taking on Magnet Shroom, I made sure to get down a few of these guys to prepare for Cha. Crazy hamburger! And fortunately, it actually worked. For the most part. So, to level up my magnets, I began creating all sorts of fusions, with my favorite being Magnut, otherwise known as Magneto. Huh? See what I did there? Shout out Marvel, but no shout out to PvZ Fusion because they chose to call this guy Magnet Nut. It's like right there, man. Easiest layup of your life, dude. Also, I don't know if you guys can explain this to me, but why is some of Magnet Shroom's fusions just like holograms of other plants? They have this like weird team chemistry foot draft from FIFA thing. This man is a real football player. Come on, Walner, you got this, buddy! Come on, come on! Yes, Walner! I feel like I should be addressing you, but this thing is calling to me more. Are you meant to be like a Yeti rider or something? Also, this has to be like a PETA violation. We've already got dolphins in Garden Warfare being used as military weapons, and now they've been promoted to this game's equivalent of Yoshi. What did you even feed this thing? An apple? If you hadn't noticed, though, this level turned out to feature another conveyor belt, which I'm guessing is like the new way for us to tell when we're about to be transported to a new world. Hey, I'm asking you. And if you were wondering why I haven't shown any pumpkin fusions, I wasn't really sure how to fuse them at all, to be honest. Considering when I put a gift box inside of him, it just spawned 3 Peter, who was then eaten. But for some reason, putting Starfruit inside of Pumpkin converts him into Yellow Pumpkin, with like these, I don't know, Persona 5 star moves sticking out of him. And this was the only fusion I managed to figure out by throwing random things together. For now. Epic cliffhanger. So with level 36 coming to a close, I'm actually shocked we've made it this far. My Cack Stars and Cat Girls finished off the final wave, sending us straight to... what, Fallout 4? I don't even know where this is. I'm lost.
And now, a word with Brando.
Hello. Do you like my videos? I like my videos. I don't think they like my videos.
PvZ hater!
Bro is just trying to rage bait with this terrible review. Bro played like 0.1% of the game and hates it.
Unlock the Titans and play Odyssey and get the Super Fusion.
Almanac!
Almanac. When is this guy gonna do the mini games?
Why do you complain at least once per level? Just enjoy the game.
Use the Almanac. It shows you possible fusions when you...
Comments!
I think Brando hates his fans.
Why is this guy such a hater, bro? Just enjoy the game, twin!
I hate seeing people not used to fusion rage quit or get tired because they don't understand anything. I have been playing this game for 3 months. Trust on this. Who the hell is on?
Hi, I'm on, and you can trust. Why did you do that?
Some of you have voiced your opinion on how I play this game. Some more passionate than others. But I'm not a reviewer or a let's player. I'm a let's have fun. But most importantly, I'm just a guy on the internet who's trying to make you laugh. I don't think I'm doing very good. Sorry for putting on my serious pants, but I just had to get that off my chest.
Hi, I'm off, and get off my chest.
It appears that this weird bendy mountain is imitating the roof levels from back in PvZ 1, preventing Pea-Shooter from firing peas up and over the slope, which is definitely a continuity error because in Let the Peas Fly, Pea-Shooter met Red from Angry Birds, and we all know his ass can fly right past Mr. Green Eggs and Ham. But thankfully, we have Cabbage Pult here to solve this issue. And my plants have somehow gained Minecraft experience bars. Don't worry, guys, I figured out how to turn this off. You can save the coconut cannon aimed at my house. And I, Brando the Mando, solemnly swear to stop making jokes about this game. I will begin a new life where I teach dogs how to take off.
Here we go. Jump! Good girl.
As I began to plant down more cabbage pults, I felt that it was time for their very first fusion. Plant Pot's first fusion. And before I mess around with these plant pot fusions and make more funny jokes about them, I'm gonna spoil myself about all of their abilities in the almanac, because that's the correct way to play. And unlike the lily pad fusions during the pool levels which auto-fuse, these guys can actually buff the plants that sit atop of them based on their fused plant abilities. But for the time being, we only have access to the cabbage pult pot, which boosts our projectile output by 33%, allowing us to vanquish approaching hostiles with accelerated velocity. Whilst I'm dishing out these fun facts, would you like to know how many moon cycles it takes to cultivate a crop's harvest of waxy corn, or maybe how long is Crazy Dave's dick? But after actually fusing cabbage pults, we managed to create a few new faces, such as melon cabbage and garlic cabbage. Nobody likes him. 1940s cabbage and salad. So as the level closed out, the first lane zombies were seemingly attempting to cut a few calories, whilst Salad was doing kicky ups in the corner. And speaking of bouncy boys, Mr. Pogo Face pulled up. Has anyone else thought about how this guy is actually doing this? This guy is staring right at me whilst maintaining perfect balance on this stick. We brought our very own plant pot into the level, allowing us to get down more cabbage. And more cabbage. And even more cabbage. Oh, I must have lost track of time. Colonel Corn, being the far more superior catapult, now gives us the ultimate fusion of Colonel Cabbage, hitting multiple opponents in a row using big corn clusters. And check out these butternuts who stalled the zombies after every single bite. And I am okay with this. And to step it up one notch further, how about we take Colonel Cabbage and put a scent on it? Just put a little scent on it. Put a goddamn scent on it, which created Salad Pult. And to the PvZ Fusion experts out there, you may be shocked that the game let me do this since this fusion is an advanced fusion challenge. And that's because your boy done beat every challenge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which took like 2 hours.
Bob Marley, what are you doing in my house?
Oh, you sly dog. Every little thing. And with my Salad Pults I earned from beating the fusion challenge, these zombies don't stand a chance. No, literally, the zombies can't make it past the 3rd tile. I haven't even unlocked Melon Pult yet, but using the much more affordable gift box, we can just bypass that step, giving us access to this fusion early. I legitimately shouldn't be allowed to use this guy yet. Anyway, level 40 was more of the same, with Salad Pult making light work of the upcoming horde. But whilst that went on, I messed around with Garlic, which probably created the least impressive collection of fusions yet, which is when Mr. Metal Bucketface traded his life for a plant pot.
Man, I'll do it for a cheeseburger.
Well, I'd do it for an umbrella leaf, Dolphin Man, because your least favorite uncle is here, who chose to invite Zombot's latest invention, who can do this. You had one job, you fat piece of shit.
Your time is now, Chili of Hotness.
What is this trying to tell me? Is PvZ Fusion implying that inside of every Zombos bowling ball, there are 5 children chained up next to a scorching ball of lava? How are you supposed to stop that thing, man? If only Dave was here to tell me what to do against this new mechanic like he's done with every other level with a brand new gimmick. Since Dave appears to have either retired or just gone insane trying to water his 10 million fused plants in the Zen garden, it's up to me to figure out the deal with these guys. And during this recording, I did not have a single clue. After struggling to stop these guys while in the actual level, I tried so hard to stand my ground, but these guys just kept ramming through my plants and eating my lawnmowers. What I was supposed to do was place a certain type of umbrella to fling it back. As if you use a regular one, it just stops. but not always because this one snuck past, which is probably my fault. I don't know. Please don't shoot the cannon. And all of this to say that even with the right setup, these fire and ice balls stored inside of the Zombots just obliterate every other plant I had in that lane, which was definitely challenging, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say it was necessarily fun. So with Marigold, I went ahead and did my research on all of the fusions before experimenting myself to know which is the best optimized plant to place onto the lawn, in which finding out that Silver Sunflower can actually generate more sun for us. And in combination with the sun pots, I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. And on top of that, I found out that I can create a silver Doomshroom that apparently doesn't explode. And that is the only thing it can do apparently. But I was curious anyway, and yeah, no, he really does just sit there, huh? But hold on a minute. I now have money. Now. And Golden Coffee Bean is also here. Okay. By this point, my curiosity not only killed the cat, but the entire pets at home. As dragging this mysterious bean towards Silver Doomshroom leaves us the message, upgrade requires 6,000 coins. Yeah. Who sold me this faulty almanac? One minute, I'm being told off for using the PvZ wiki, and then the next minute, my almanac just tells me that this twat likes to sit there and do nothing, whilst the wiki tells me that he can turn into a golden doomshroom that can explode on command for 3,000 coins. I feel like I need to go back to night school in order to catch up on this week's PvZ Fusion assignment.
Can you let me in, please?
Because apparently I'm supposed to know everything by this point in a PvZ-inspired fan game that has 70 million plants, along with zombies that look like they've escaped from a Chinese knockoff, all whilst completing fusion challenges to get access to better plants, which are necessary to beat in order to get past the tutorial, whilst trying to enjoy my time playing this game. Now, if you could just point to me where the fun starts, then we'll go from there. In level 43, I gave my salads a chance to put their football skills to good use by projecting the melons towards the zombies at a faster rate. And I'm not sure if I just have short-term memory loss after filling my head with every single plant fusion and their abilities for maximum efficiency, but I swear we haven't seen a gargantua at least for a long time. I could be wrong, but I don't think I had the gigabytes of brain left to figure that out. And would you look at that? It's kernel corn. The long way. Ain't nothing getting past me now.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Also, this red janitor guy and mecha... Ugh, shut up. And here we are, guys. Level 45, the end of PvZ Fusion Adventure, otherwise known as... the tutorial. And thankfully, having Salad Pulp unlocked from the Fusion Challenge, we can now use him to beat the final battle, which is when I also avoided using any ice shrooms or jalapenos as a boycott to the 200 fire and ice fusions in this game.
Oh, but don't you worry, guys. You need to see what the chefs are cooking up in the PvZ Fusion kitchen. Ah, la la bellissimo.
Do you want to see what's coming up next in the land of fusing? No, wait, do another one, What in the gym carry is that? Wait, no. What is that? Where are his eyes? Stop. No, come on, man. Admit it. These look like fake PvZ2 leaks from 2010. Guys, here's my new OC. He's called All-Seeing Cactus. It can shoot a black hole that doesn't do any damage, but secretly signs you up to Cub Scouts so you're forced to go outside.
Are you kidding me?
But that does not matter, because with the final trophy being handed to me, I have finally beaten PvZ Fusion. What? There's a Snow World? Snow World has a couple new features for us to play around with, like these ice cube blocks containing trapped plants that can only be freed with the help of the furnace plant, which melts away the...
This is just Frostbite Caves from PvZ2.
But check this out. Unlike in PvZ2, these ice cubes can actually be eaten by the zombies. And once fully digested, they somehow turn into the frozen beast, which is literally impossible to beat without using Doomshroom or Cherry Bomb this early into the level. Let's go! Fusion has done it again. How do they keep coming up with these ideas? Where are you going? And it doesn't stop there, because every so often there's a chance a blizzard will spawn, freezing all of my plants.
PvZ2 also did this as well. I want to eat a salmon.
Well, I mean, at least the plants are different. We've got Tree Guy and Aloe from PvZ2. But hey, no, it's different because it damages the zombies this time. Only its fusion can heal the plants. However, at least this shield guy is a brand new enemy. He even makes a cool beat if he ends up near one of your ice cubes. Also, there's this corn thing on the lawn. No idea what it does. It wasn't in the almanac, so I don't know. And hey, check this upgrade out. Planting down 2 spruce shooters lets you upgrade them into that thing from Alien. But with this mystic tree, surely I can now defend myself from a single Krampus. Not even a dent. You want to know why my tree only made a dent in this big-ass marshmallow? Well, that's because my upgraded 650 sun cost tree fusion does 80 damage every 3 seconds. Do you want to know how much health this guy has? Do you want to know what can take this guy out?
Man, I'm dead.
But here we are at the final snow level, and oh, is this a boss fight? Wait, no, this is actually kind of sick. I mean, I don't like how it's just repeatedly killing my plants in the same lane over and over, but still, this is a pretty cool idea.
One frozen wasteland later.
Am I even close to killing you yet? Oh my... Dude, I'm not doing this for another 30 minutes. What the hell? After realizing that I thankfully unlocked Super Spruce Shooter from the Fusion Challenges, don't forget the Fusion Challenges, guys, I finally understood the correct way to beat this boss, because using different playstyles to beat a PvZ level is so last year.
If you don't make the most broken PvZ Fusion in every level you play, then you might as well get out of here, because only the alphas make it this far. Now scram before I fuse this spear with your backside.
So after taking down the Snow Queen, the level just kept going. Which is cool, you know. Eventually it did end, not with a trophy, but with a cryptic black notebook engraved with the snack that smiles back. It did nothing. That whole thing was for nothing. But I guess it's only fair that I go over these bonus modes before we wrap up, because every single mode in this game apparently is now part of the main story. Did you know in order to beat the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 campaign that you must also beat all of the Zombies game mode and then Prestige Master in the multiplayer mode?
Oh, level 1000, we did it! We just kind of started eating on them real quick.
Why was you eating them? Are you an alligator? I went on to beat all 3 Phase Breaker levels. I'm sure you can imagine how they went. And then tended to my Zen Garden, which somehow caused me to turn into a zombie chilling in a field. Why am I a zombie?
Didn't you remember? That's like part of the... Yeah, this is like from the first game.
I then decided to check out iZombie. I'm sure you can imagine how they went. And I tried out a few random mini-games such as Purgatory Gacha 2. I'm sure you can imagine how they...
What the fuck? That's a horse! What is going on?
And to finish off my mini-mode marathon, I checked out the all-new TD mode. Team Deathmatch.
Ah! Shit!
I thought PvZ was already a tower defense game, but there's a slight chance that PvZ Fusion thinks it's a free gacha game with a hint of dictionary. Also, my plant only has 1 upgrade choice. It's just shoot fast or shoot hard. That's the whole tower defense. Can't I literally just... Yep, no thought so. So with that being said, I have pretty much experienced everything there is to see in PvZ Fusion. Now, do I hate this game? No. But I am a little bit heartbroken that people don't find this game as funny as I do. Maybe I just don't get it. I don't know, it could be the best PvZ game ever. Some might say better than PvZ 1 itself. But, you know, that doesn't matter now. All in all, we have completed what we set out to complete. 50k likes and I'll do Odyssey mode.